what's up? It's Rachel back with another video, and in today's video I have a girly makeup haul. I don't have any updates in this video. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. But before I do, if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you'd like, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started with the haul. So this haul is strictly just eyeshadow palettes, and if you've been here on my channel for a while, then you know that that's like my favorite thing to buy. When it comes to makeup, I love trying out new eyeshadow palettes. It's funny because I haven't wore eyeshadow in my videos and seems like forever, but off camera I actually really do play with it a lot. So I have all new eyeshadow palettes to talk about. Some of these are like older releases and some of these are newer releases. All of these palettes are really girly except one, and we will get into that. But the first one that I'm going to show you guys is from Tarte, and I haven't really purchased anything from Tarte. It seems like it's been a while. I feel like they're falling under, or they have fell under, and it seems like it's been a while. Nobody really talks about Tarte that much anymore. It's so crazy what's going on with Too Faced and what's going on with Bite Beauty. It's really showing what people are buying nowadays and what people are really into. But from Tarte, this palette really did grab my attention, and I think it was because of the packaging, but the colors on the inside are really pretty as well. This is the Rainforest Temptations Eye and Cheek palette. So this is the box, and this is what it looks like. The packaging is really cool, and if you guys are familiar with Tarte, a long time ago they had like a snake palette. I just remember it had like the snake on it, and on the inside it was like purpley tones with cool tone neutrals, and it had like a blush in the center. But this is what the palette looks like. So I feel like this is like the warm tone version of that, and just a newer, more updated version if anything. So this is what the palette looks like. I love the packaging on it. It's really cool. I have a lot of these circle palettes from Tarte, but I did declutter. I think I decluttered like 4 of them. But this is what the inside of the palette looks like. It's a really pretty warm tone palette. You have a mixture of mattes and metallics. You do have a blush in the center, just like the last palette that I was talking about. But this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. I'm really excited to play with this. For the most part, I have always enjoyed Tarte. I just feel like nobody really talks about them anymore. I feel like they slowed down a lot on the releases, and I just feel like they're just really quiet, if anything. Really excited to have this palette. I think it's really pretty. So the next palette that I have here to talk about is the new Kindle and Kylie palette. Okay, so this is from Kylie Cosmetics, but it's Kindle and Kylie's, is it their second collab, I'm pretty sure. But this is what the packaging looks like, and I thought the packaging on this, I'm not going to lie to you guys, is actually prettier than the inside, what's going on, like the shades and stuff. I think it's pretty boring. It is a collector's piece. I'm telling you guys, if you have Kylie palettes, I have made the mistake in the past of getting rid of some of them. If you have them, I would definitely advise you to keep them, because I think they're collector's items. I think they're going to be worth a lot someday. That's just my opinion. This is what it looks like when you take it out of the box. It's basically the same. You do have the shade names here on the back, and then when you open it up, I don't need this sleeve. This is what it looks like. It's pretty much a full matte palette. Mine's a little bit messy, but this is what you have going on. So it's pretty warm toned, I would say. You do have a few shades in there that lean more on the cooler side, but overall it's a warm toned palette. It does have all mattes. I think this is just a basic palette. If you're new to makeup and you need something like you're starting out, you need your basics, this might be a good palette to grab, especially if you're just a Kylie and Kindle fan, then go for it. In my opinion, I bought this because I will use it, but I think it is a collector's piece, and I thought the packaging on it was absolutely stunning. Like, I love this photo shoot, whatever they got going on here. Really cool. And if you've noticed that, which I have, I feel like she does really pretty photo shoots with her palettes. Speaking of Kylie Cosmetics, this is a palette that I had to actually purchase from Poshmark. It hasn't been used. It's brand new. When this palette released, I didn't even know about it, or I would have picked it up, but I feel like this is such a collector's item. I'm about to make myself feel really stupid, but this is the Kylie and Balmain. I think that's how you say it. This is what the palette looks like. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I've seen girls that have this palette, and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to keep the box and everything. It's such a collector's item. I'll never get rid of this palette. And I just think this palette is absolutely stunning. So here's what the actual palette looks like. It is just white, and then when you open it up, I'll go ahead and get rid of the sleeve. This is what you have going on. It's a really pretty palette. It looks like it has some texture shades in here. I'm just really curious to see how those will apply. You do have 3 mattes in the whole palette. You have 4 metallics, and then 2 of these like chunkier shades. So here's the 2 chunky shades, and then you have the 4 metallics, and then you have these matte. So really pretty, really excited to play with this. Really, really pretty. They just threw this palette in. It had like the wrapping on it like it hadn't been used, and I opened it up to see what it is. This is an affordable brand, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, the palette looks really pretty. It hadn't been touched. Like I said, the plastic, you had to pull the plastic off of it. Hadn't even been undone, but this is from Sakura and Sage Vegan Eyeshadow and Blush Palette. The vibes, like the purple and stuff, reminds me of the Kindle and Kylie palette, but this is what you have going on, and this is the back if you guys are curious. This palette, I feel like, is something like you would get in a Ipsy or BoxyCharm, and that's probably where they got it from if I was guessing. But this is what the shades look like. Like, it's really pretty. It looks really pretty, like the metallics in here, even the mattes. Like, I'm actually excited to play with this. This isn't something that I would probably purchase on my own, but since I have it, I am excited to try this out and see how it goes. I think the colors are really pretty. I think it's a soft everyday palette, but I think you can glam it up. These metallics look like they're rich, so I'm really excited to play with this. Really pretty. So the last palette that I have here to share with you guys is the one item that I said wasn't really girly. It is an eyeshadow palette. This is from Urban Decay, and they actually don't sell this palette anymore. And I remember, like, I would go into the closest Ulta near me, and they would have the display, but the palette was always sold out. And for some reason, I wanted it. I actually have seen this movie. This is the Marvel Eternals Urban Decay palette, so this is what it looks like. So when they do these collabs with movies and stuff, they tend to make the packaging really extra. So like this part opens up, and like you have all this going on and stuff, and I actually really love that about Urban Decay. I actually have the Alice or the Looking Glass, the second part to Alice in Wonderland. I have that eyeshadow palette, and I think it's just such a collector's piece. I would never get rid of it. This is what the eyeshadow palette looks like when you open it up. So you have this part going on as well, and this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. Now, a few of these shades have been used. I actually purchased this off of somebody on Poshmark, but the only reason I purchased was I actually like will only purchase used makeup from like people that I feel comfortable with when it comes to purchasing makeup on Poshmark. So for instance, this was from another YouTuber here, and I actually watched her video on this palette. So if you guys are familiar with Leah Janae, I was on her Poshmark and I purchased this palette. So this is what it looks like. You have mattes and metallics, and I think it's a really pretty palette. I think it's really cool as well. A collector's piece, and like I said, I would go into Ulta all the time, and they had the full range there. They had the lip products, they had the eyeshadow palettes. I think there may have been some like cool, like weird highlighters, but everything was always sold out, and I really wanted the palette and the lip products. The lip products looked super cool, and that's something that I would have probably worn like a lot, those lip products, but I didn't get my hands on them. But I'm really excited that I was able to get the eyeshadow palette, and I got a good deal on it as well. I remember when this palette was out, like you could go and buy it. I can't remember if it retailed for like $50 or $60, but it ended up going on a crazy sale. It's like $20 some, and that's about like what I got it for. I think I ended up paying close to $30. I feel like I got a good deal on it. So, and I think that's really cool because I actually like her videos. I watch them a lot. So I was able to grab this off of Poshmark. If you're into makeup and it's limited edition and you really want it in your collection, Poshmark is a good way. If you don't care to buy like used makeup, like I said, I have to kind of know of the person. Like if I watch them or something, that's the only way that I'll kind of buy it. This palette was basically brand new. There's only like a few shades that had been used, and she said it had only been used once. That's really cool that I was able to find it on Poshmark. But other than that, that is everything. That is all the new eyeshadow palettes that I have picked up here recently. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, liking and commenting. I say it in every video, but thank you guys so much for subscribing. Since the last time I filmed a video, I said we was on the road to 200, and we've already passed 200 subscribers. And when I started this channel, I said it in my last video, I remember when I had like 11 subscribers, and I didn't think I would be getting any more than that. I started this channel because I didn't have anybody to talk to about makeup, and I'm just a shopaholic in general, so I didn't have anybody to talk to. I use this as an outlet to do that, and like I said, I just didn't think that I would gain any more subscribers. Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, it feels like yesterday I had 11. Again, I just want to thank you guys so much. Honestly, means the world. But I will let you guys go. Again, thank you guys for watching. I will be back very soon with another video. But until then, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell below so you're notified every time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.